Good morning, everybody. My name's Kilt. Forgot who I was. Today is day 49, morning of 49. We just left the town of Marion, left the Travel Inn, ended up getting a shuttle because it's a Saturday, and the transit doesn't run, but got a shuttle and we're hiking right on schedule, 8 o'clock. Currently it's overcast and cloudy, but it is supposed to clear out and be sunny the rest of the day. Body feels good. Rested up all day yesterday. Only did, what did I even do? Nothing. So, letting the Achilles recover. It's feeling really good this morning. Very, very mild, tender, but nothing painful like it's been. So we're good. We're getting better. Gonna do a medium day today. Somewhere between 10 and 12 is the goal. But as soon as this weather clears out and the sun shows up, you know what that does? It makes the body feel good, so you end up doing a little more than you planned. But again, we shall see. So enough of me rambling. You don't really care to hear any of that. You want to see the trail. So let's show you the trail this morning. And then we'll bring you back for the views when they show up. So here we go. Have a good day, everybody. Let's push north. So far so good, just running the ridge. Had a very short climb up from the road. And looks like we're going down now. Food bag is full, pack's a little heavy, so I'm gonna slow the pace down. Take it easy today. There is no rush. Enjoy it. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it's a little hazy, a little foggy out. All right, we'll bring you back when the views show up or something interesting happens. All right, well, the clouds have lifted, a little breezy, but we have a view of the Walker Mountains. First view of the day. We've been buried in trees running the ridge. But wow, what a view we have so far. So I guess that out there in front of us is the Walker Mountains, according to the sign. So finally got a really good view this morning. Broke out of the haze and the fog and the clouds. Came to a little clearing. All right, let's push north. All right, after all the downhill and the rock scrambling, and that's what I mean about rock scrambling. I don't know if you can decipher what the trail is there, but that's the trail coming down. And here is the shelter. It's actually lunchtime, about halfway through the day. Great water source, top off. But here we go to the Chatfield Memorial Shelter. Let's check it out. There we go. Not too shabby, a little rough, but that's halfway for the day. That's 7. So we're going to stop, have lunch. I don't see a whole lot of tent spots here. So our plan is, short of the Davis Path tent pads right there. That should be our end of the day goal. But before that, we'll cross route Interstate 81 and maybe get some food at the restaurant and go from there. and Privy up on the hill. Kind of blended in. All right, let's get some lunch. All right, here we go. Here's a power line and some wind. Let's turn you around and show you the other side. Let me back up so you can see some of the nice grass field. That's it. So when you see power line in the book, that's all it is. We cut straight under the power lines. And let's go up here. Show you that direction. I don't see no deer. And then back in the woods we go. Other than the last good view at the top before the shelter for lunch, there really hasn't been a whole lot to see. Just putting down some miles. Here we go, something new and exciting. It's another bridge over water. And some beautiful countryside. Wow! Not the cleanest of water, but looks like it'd be relaxing. Oh. Let's see. Up the rocks, up the rocks. Got no train. Got no train. Up and over. That is one beautiful house. What do we got now? A boardwalk. Wow. I haven't had a boardwalk yet. All right, here we are coming into Atkins. And the gas station. And the other gas station. And that up there should be the barn Mexican. Oh, that's the Mexican restaurant. And then the barn is right there. So let's go get a Gatorade and gas station and then go see what we got for an early dinner. We'll be back. All right, that's Interstate 81. One way to Roanoke, one way to Bristol. Here's the trail we're pushing on. Here's the Exxon gas station, a Mexican restaurant that we just came out of. Trail's right down there to the stop sign and make a right. That's south. But this is us pushing north. Davis Valley Winery. We want a wine tour. Oh, Interstate 81 going underneath. and as soon as you come through from under the interstate, cross over here, there's your post with the markers. There used to be a fence right there that was attached, and that's what this was all about, how to go up and back down around the fence, but the fence is gone. So on the road for a minute, back in the woods. All right, we are pushing on to find our campsite for the end of the day. Got a couple more miles to go. Let's see what the day brings us. Pushing north. Now that I'm up here, I wanted to go ahead and just turn around and show you this cow field that I came up through. Came from all the way down there in the tree line. You might see two other hikers coming up now. But I just wanted to get a shot of this. Another beautiful field. Cows over there munching. A bunch of cows down the other side. Weather's perfect, skies are great. And look at that view. All right. Now we are about to go back into the woods. Absolutely gorgeous terrain today. All right, we're just boogieing on, trying to get to camp or find our camp where we're gonna camp, and totally spaced out that what we are coming across today, and that is a 1/4 mile mark to Maine. Is that what it says?
Yep, 548.
So that's correct. Even on GoHook's just been verified. 548 miles, a 1/4 of the way of 2,193.1 for 2021. We just walked a 1/4 of the mile, 1/4 of the way. So what else to do? Push north. Let's do the rest. Let's go find camp. Here we go. All right, just after the 1/4 of the way mark, boogieing down the trail, we are coming into camp, which is the old Davis Path shelter site. There is still a privy here. There is no longer an actual shelter, but there is the remains of the shelter. So there's a picnic table, probably a fire pit, and we're gonna find a tent spot to set up. So this is it right here. So let's get a spot and go from there. We'll be back, maybe over here. All right, everybody, let me get out of the shadows. So I am not at the last campsite with the former shelter in Privy. I didn't like it, didn't have a good vibe. Only had one tent spot, maybe 1.5. So I just decided to push on. I pushed on a little further than I wanted to. I actually pushed on another 4 miles. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm sitting at. I just know it's a lot bigger and further than I should have pushed on today. But we are sitting at the Crawfish Trail, little tent spots. Let me turn you around. There's a fire pit there and just a bunch of little tent spots poked out all over the area here. Probably at least a half dozen or more. I'm gonna take a spot right back in there. I'm literally still wearing my pack. I just got here, just got water. So, but I believe there's gonna be a bunch of other hikers here coming through, setting up. So I'm gonna get this film knocked out now. Show you guys what it looks like. But like I said, I did more miles today than I had planned. So when we sit down and do end of the day wrap up with the book, we'll actually get the official numbers. So let me get set up for camp and get a move on, because it is 5 o'clock. Hey everybody, welcome to end of the day wrap up. Today was day 49. Big day. So let me go ahead and get you flipped around, show you the book, and show you what happened today, what we went through, and what we ended up for mileage. Pushed on a little further than I planned, but it is what it is. I'm at a good spot now, at a good camp spot and a good spot for mileage. So here we go. Let's look at the book. All right. Well, we ended our trip the other day at the partnership shelter, and we used that for our mileage, even though we technically started at the right there, VA 16 Pat Jennings Visitor Center. We're going to use a mileage, which is just a 0.2, because I'd already did it. So we started out got dropped off right there at the roadside of the visitor center, which led back to the partnership shelter. And then we climbed up. We climbed up over Quick Hill that dropped us down onto the Virginia 622, which is just a gravel road, or actually no, it was a paved road. Nothing much to see there. And then just ups and downs, got to the bottom, flipped the page. All right, and then you can barely read it, but I got to a forest road, and that was second breakfast. And then we climbed up out of there. We climbed up Glade Mountain, and that's where we got our only big view, and our only real view for the day of mountain ranges was out of Glade Mountain. Then dropped down into the Chatfield shelter, had lunch there, pushed on past there. We took you through one of the power lines, and pushed on past the power lines. I did not go to point 1 to go see the Settlers Museum. Had a fence style that was out. There, the Middle Fork, Holston River footbridge and railroad tracks. Remember the railroad tracks and the bridge and the boardwalk? We went over there. Then we rolled into I-81, which took you over to Atkins, and then we went under I-81, pushed on through there, went up through the cow fields. That's the fence styles they had to climb up over. Went through the cattle field and then back into the woods. And we was going to stop right there at the Davis Path campsite with the privy and the former shelter. Again, it says 1 to 2 tents only, and that's legit. I mean, you couldn't get much else in there. And that was going to be my 549.1, which should have been a 14-mile day. But I just wasn't happy. It was 3 o'clock. So I looked at the elevation. It didn't look too terrible. And then I pushed on. But that climb right there, you can see that big climb right there. Just past the Virginia Horse Trail, getting up to Gully and Little Brush Mountain and Virginia Horse Trail. That was a doozy. So I pushed on, and we ended up right here at 552.3 Crawfish Trail to the east for day 49. I just got water. It's only 40 yards before this campsite, so no big deal. And ended up with an 18.2 mile day. But our elevation dropped down to 2,500 feet from where it would have been 2,900 feet. So we're lower in elevation. We've got a little warmer weather. Going to be a good night. Got a nice clear spot. So 18.2 miles, day 49. Body sore, like I expected after an 18-mile day. It was only supposed to be a 14, but I'm going to take a look and see where I'm going to end up tomorrow. If I do a 10 to make up for 2 14s, we'll go from there. But I'm not sure. Tomorrow's a new day, and we'll see what happens when I wake up. But I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and following along. I hope you're enjoying it, because I sure am. And we will see you all in the morning for a new day. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.